Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Kenyan Analysis. In this channel, actually, we analyze politics and politics alone without any form of bias. We just analyze things as they are. Today, I want to analyze Justin Muturi's announcement of vying as a presidential candidate come 2022. Later politics. But before I go on, I want to remind you something. That actually today, the one Aisha Jumwa, the protector, the defender of William Samoei Ruto, ule mama wa kiuno, kiuno kina kazi yake, has decamped from UDA to KANU. Very interesting. Aisha Jumwa today has decamped from UDA to KANU. And this I actually analyzed yesterday, and I uploaded the video to this channel talking about Aisha Jumwa meeting with Atwoli, Francis Atwoli, okay, and the meeting also Faisal Abdallah also attended the meeting. And actually on the page of Francis Atwoli, it seemed that he's the one who had welcomed them, because on Twitter, Francis Atwoli said that I, as an elder, am not allowed to be welcomed. I'm the one who's supposed to welcome. So it simply means that what Atwoli was meaning, that he's the one who organized the meeting for Faisal Abdallah and Aisha Jumwa. And very interestingly, today, Aisha Jumwa decamps from UDA to KANU. But my question is, do you think Aisha Jumwa actually decamped to KANU or to ODM? Because at the end of the day, they will work together come 2022. They actually work together. KANU, as it stands now, signed a cooperation agreement with the Jubilee. They're working together as one. As they work together, Jubilee at the same time, they're forging, all right? They're forging a coalition before 2022. So they will be able to work as one. Look at the circle. My question is, do you think Aisha Jumwa actually decamped from UDA to KANU or to ODM? Because at the end of the day, they'll work as one. Anyway, that one apart. If you want to get the analysis of that story, please go back to my previous video. I analyzed that yesterday at around evening. Then I uploaded the video. So far, it's doing very well. People are really viewing it very well. Now, let me go back to the business. Let me go back to the serious business of today. Justin Muturi just announced that he'll be vying as a presidential candidate come 2022. In your own opinion, do you think this is true? Or do you think this is a joke? For me, it might be true or false. But false, for me, carries a large percentage compared to the truth in it. Why am I saying that? Because, look, as it stands now, to 2022, there is no day, all right, that Justin Muturi will win presidency during this time around. He cannot become 2022 president. There are only two horses now. One, Raila Amolo Odinga, because previously Raila had said that he had not announced whether he will vie as a presidential candidate because he was waiting for the BBI to pass. But yesterday, at the coast, he actually made it clear that he will run as a presidential candidate on the ODM ticket. So it's now clear, it's now clean that Raila Amolo Odinga will vie, right, as a presidential candidate on camp 2022. William Samoei Ruto is the second horse. Those are the only two horses as presidential candidates come 2022, and each and every individual stands a chance to win and become the president of the Republic of Kenya. Now, Justin Muturi coming in as a factor from the mountain brings in another mathematics that will force William Samoei Ruto to go back to the drawing board. How? Justin Muturi, to my opinion, is not coming in as a presidential candidate. No. He is coming in to spoil William Ruto's votes. And according to me, he is being used by the deep state, right, to reduce the votes for William Ruto. Now, how will he reduce the votes? Actually, listen to me. Justin Muturi standing as a presidential candidate, this is what it will mean. It will mean that the people of Central might stand behind Justin Muturi as their spokesperson, as the spokesman, and vote for him, because they are used to voting on one of their own. They might stand and vote for him. And if they vote for him, it simply means that they will have destroyed William Ruto's votes. Because William Ruto's votes, presidential bid, right, actually is anchored on the two communities from Central, from the Central, the mountain, and from Rift Valley. And for him to stand a better chance, he has to win almost 99% of the votes from the mountain. But when Justin Muturi factor comes in, and let's say just 30% decides to vote for Justin Muturi, that simply means William Ruto will only be remaining with only 70% of the votes. That will have been doom for William Samoei Ruto. Alright? I don't know if you get me clearly. That will be a doom for William Samoei Ruto if he doesn't get 99% of the votes. In politics, for you to win is normally two ways. One is to ensure that there is a low turnout of voting in your opponent's area, and to ensure that there's a high turnout in the areas that favors you. So, this is how it will be. That either Justin Muturi, people will be able to vote for him and reduce William Samoei Ruto's votes, right? Or because of the friction inside the mountain, because as per now, the people from the eastern side of the mountain, they're claiming that actually this time is for them, it's for Justin Muturi. But however, the other communities inside the gamer communities are not yet settled on Justin Muturi. There's still friction, all right? So these guys from other communities in Gamer, they might say that, okay, because we have not settled on Justin Muturi, so we will not vote for him, but we will vote for William Samoei Ruto. However, the people, actually those are the main people from the eastern side, might decide that, okay, because you guys do not want to support Justin Muturi, now let us stand with him, right? Now, that's from people from the eastern, that's already a part that was already broken from the mountain. It's no longer 100%. right? Now, if it's already a part that has already broken from the mountain, it simply means that William Samuel Ruto will not be able to access 100% votes, because these guys from the eastern will start to vote for Justin Muturi, because they'll be disappointed with these other guys. They're like, hey guys, why are you not voting for us? Why are you not standing with us at our time when actually we have been standing with you at your time? So that friction might cause a disagreement, that from people from the east might start to support Justin Muturi, and maybe from people from other communities might start to support William Samoei Ruto. But at the end of the day, the goal is achieved, that he has not been voted in with 100% votes for William Ruto. This is how the game is coming in. This is basically how the game is coming in. And this is how William Samoei Ruto has to go back to the drawing board and think about this. Right? That is something that we need to understand. However, another point, another reason, as I told you, that he might be maybe a bit serious. Maybe he might just want to test the waters, all right? Test the waters and think on how he can be able to come up with a proper formula come 2027, because 2022 we have already ruled him out. He cannot make it 2022 as a presidential candidate. He can't. So that one he can just use as a maybe as a means of trying to test the waters to know how much he can go, or to know how long he can go when he's alone. Another reason that I think he might be being used by the deep state, because basically this deep state is just made up of people from basically central. The people control the politics of the country, not just in Kenya, but almost each and every country has its own deep state. The people control the politics. The people control things that revolve around the politics, the economy of the country, and everything. So he might be being used by the deep state to form, or to come up as, or to form a face of the Mount Kenya people, that during the time of negotiation, because basically there were coalitions that are being formed, between Jubilee and ODM, and of course to extend the hand to KANU. All right, they'll have a negotiation table where they'll have to discuss who will come who at what time. All right, maybe hoping that these guys will be able to win the presidential election, so will become this position after the presidential election. All right, so he might become as a negotiation factor during that time. So those are just my thoughts. I don't know what you think about it. We can discuss much more of this on the comment section, and please ensure that you subscribe. Subscribe. The channel is doing very well. I really appreciate. Thank you so much for the guys who are subscribing. Thank you so very much for the guys who are liking, and the guys who are commenting too. Actually, this being the fourth video in less than even 5 days, the channel is doing very fine. So ensure you subscribe. Let us grow this channel. Subscribe, and share if it's possible. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.